Virgo, happy Thanksgiving to you, and welcome to your full moon and Gemini reading. And let me say before we get really deep into this, a lot of people are having Black Friday sales, and I'm no exception. So if you're wanting 30% off on my Etsy shop, then make sure you stay tuned to the end. I'll have more information. Also, there's information in the description box down below. Now, that said, they say there's a lot of people changing their mind at this time with the full moon in Gemini. They're having to let go of maybe a way of thinking, okay? And for you, this is hitting your 10th house, possibly having to do with your thoughts on career, legacy, status, all things Capricorn, right? Financial security issues maybe getting brought up, and you're having to release something related to that. And this is while the sun is in your 4th house, putting a spotlight on, well, where do you belong? What is your sense of home, family, and also emotional securities? And I don't know, I'm also seeing a dynamic here between the masculine and feminine, or basically discipline versus nurturing. There's some kind of contrast coming up here, but again, maybe your ideas on where you belong and what gives you emotional security is being challenged by significant others in your life, because I see the 7th house getting brought up here, where it can also be business contracts, it could be marital partners. Take it how it applies, but let's see what the advice is for you. Taking risks. I'm being shown here that some of you have an eagle eye view of a situation, and I am hearing that you are able to rise above the situation, okay? You might think you're in a desert land, but you are able to rise above the situation, and I do see a lot of spirit there giving you an eagle eye view. See what the cards have to say. We'll get more from that, taking risks card at the very end if you watch to the end, okay? But let's look at what you want, need, and what's going to help you during this time. Please show me for Virgo. Interesting. At the foundation, you have Queen of Cups, so perhaps a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces may be relevant. But I'm also seeing a woman here that's very in her yin feminine energy, okay? Very receptive, really empathic, really healing, okay? What you want, I think some of you don't want to get together with certain people. It's kind of, do you want a hermit? 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you don't want to be working with certain people anymore, or you don't want to come together with other people. You're not interested in what they have to offer, or if you feel that they're not valuing what you offer, you just don't want to get together with them. You don't want to collaborate with these people. What you need, oh, that's interesting. I think Leo got that in the same position, 4 of Wands, where there is something with home and family that needs to be stabilized. There needs to be harmony more in the communications. And what's going to help you is maybe making some progress. 9 of Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you just making really slow and steady progress, maybe with your finances, very likely with your finances. Let's see what the cards have to say. It could be communicating something, an invitation or communications. I don't know, are you getting invited to something that is actually going to be good for you, but you don't want to do it? That's an interesting message. Ooh. This might have to do with your sex life, okay? Some of you waiting on when is this going to move forward. Tell me about that 4 of. Oof. I think what needs to get stabilized is there may have been some jealousy going on in a family dynamic for a very long time. There could also be issues of mistrust, envy, maybe some biting words, okay? I think there's something like some kind of social or public gathering that you might have been invited and you don't want to go. You do not want to attend this. I'm really getting a strong hermit vibe, like you just want hermit mode out. You don't want to go to this thing. And this might, again, because it's holiday time, you're just like, yeah, I mean, I just don't feel like connecting with these people, or I just don't feel like, dealing. Some of you might have social anxiety. I'm going to say that. Social anxiety. Somebody may have been jealous over a family dynamic or somebody that you've been talking to for a long time. Like this has gone on for a very long time. There might be a mother-child dynamic here where there's been a lot of strife and conflict or struggle for you. And I feel like you have the opportunity to get a new beginning with this. Maybe springtime is relevant, okay? But I'm also seeing, a need to kind of open up to a new beginning, even though I think it's challenging, all right? There have been some challenges. And there's a need to kind of stabilize things and get some progress for you financially. Really, and if we're not talking about money, it's security. It's emotional and financial security, that there's got to be some kind of progress here on this. So I'm having trouble getting the cards, there we go, to be forthcoming about what the hindrance and blockage is. And it might be of an apology, that somebody's just not opening up and talking and saying that they're sorry, or they're just not apologizing. And this is in a relationship with a soulmate, where again, it's something about being in the spotlight, getting attention, and maybe they're taking a time out from that. Maybe they don't want to say anything because they don't want to be in the spotlight or get that kind of attention. I do feel like there is some need to heal some regrets having to do with what someone has done to get victory in their life or get recognition or attention in their life. And it might involve a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, I'm seeing potentially a child here, or somebody younger. It almost seems like this person is having trouble really opening up and sharing their feelings. There may be, there's an emotional connection here, but if it's not emotional immaturity, it is somebody is like, they're so busy healing some wound that they have that they can't even really, it's like they're emotionally stifled. Okay. Surrender to setting limits, surrender your fear of change, surrender to non-action. Okay. So this is about healthy boundaries in relationships and expressing your needs. And remember that no is a complete sentence. And this is about you knowing that you are cared for. And if you're afraid of change in your job, your healthy relationship, or you fear aging or death, then, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. And this is about being still and not taking action, and breathing and focusing on your own power and letting people come to you. Honestly, though, I'm getting that somebody here in the midst is not taking action. It's showing up as a hindrance, okay? And I am seeing your advice is to take some risks. Obsessing over the outcome of a relationship gets in the way. Instead, let go and allow. The advice with this card is it's time to step beyond your normal everyday life and take some risks, face your fears, do things in a new and even unorthodox way. Listen more to your inner voice than to the voices and opinions of others. Rather than running from potential failure, embrace it. History has shown that those willing to face failure will often succeed in a massive way later. All right, that's all I've got for you. Be blessed.